boys, we're back with another episode of planning every country in the world. Sorry it took so long, but last time we completed the United Kingdom and Ireland, and now it's time for a special World Cup episode. If you somehow don't like football or live under a rock, the World Cup is the world's greatest sporting tournament, and unlike the Italians, my country the Netherlands were in it. And they faced three very different countries during the group stage, and that's what we're planning today. Starting with the first opponent located in Asia, home to 123 million inhabitants, 100,000 Shinto shrines, sushi, anime, Pokemon, Nintendo, and Sony PlayStation, Japan is one of the most interesting countries in this series so far. Not only because it's a country I'd love to visit one day for some kawaii uwu exploring, but also because it's a country with some of the greatest game developers. Some that aren't available on PS5, but games like Monster Hunter, Elden Ring, Death Stranding, Bloodborne, Sonic, Devil May Cry, Street Fighter, and Pac-Man, just to name a few. Japan really likes their nerdy entertainment, so there's an unreal amount of choice here. But most of you will also know by now that I don't really play games from here, as it's not really my go-to genres. I mean, I've done a few, but this is the perfect opportunity to try out some franchises I hadn't touched before. And I was stuck between Yakuza, Final Fantasy, and Resident Evil, and the latter being the one I chose to dig into with Resident Evil 2. I wasn't sure where to start with these games because there's so many and it's honestly confusing on where to even begin, but I heard RE2 was a great place to start as a noob. Reason I hadn't played one before was partially because of the trophy guide looking like this. With 6 playthroughs, speedruns, and hardcore to go, this was going to be interesting. But I started with my first run as Leon Kennedy, who is on his first day on the job as a police officer and stumbles across zombies at a little gas station. Apparently the whole city is flooded with zombies, but thankfully second playable character for the next playthrough, Claire, saves the day. And together we travel to the police station. Haha, welcome to the city of the dead. Konnichiwa Nihon, Taisho no Trophy, or something like that. Although the game takes place in yet another American city of Raccoon, I did spot the first Japanese vending machine with some hopefully green tea. To be honest though, I didn't really know what to do. I got to know that the zombies take more than a few bullets to kill and sometimes aren't even dead then, but I thought we might have to figure out some puzzles to solve, and that was first for finding 3 medallions. I did board up a window called zombie style for my second trophy, and when trying to find the code for a lock, I had to kill my soon-to-be colleague with a knife because I was already running out of ammo. After getting the code, I popped 2 quick trophies for upgrading and combining items. Managing inventory was going to be key to this game, and my brain didn't know that yet, but luckily I was able to upgrade it. I was following a guide to find collectibles because there would be a ton of readables and 15 Mr. Raccoons to find. I also proceed to locate each of the 3 medals by using items I find all over the place, and I can't lie, it was hard to figure out what item is used for where and how. Managing all of that and navigating this labyrinth of a map was confusing as fuck, I can't lie, but that aside, I was enjoying these opening hours. Maybe it wasn't as jump scare frightening as I was hoping for, but it still had its moments. And it still doesn't kill him. Or did it? No, dude, they have so much. They eat bullets, bro. Fuck zombies eating brains. Look how many bullets they eat. I did end up having to search up a guide on how to progress because I was stuck for 30 minutes and couldn't figure out that a police badge contained a USB stick. Like, who the actual flip would think of that? Come on now. But I found each of the 3 medals I needed and used those to open a secret entrance to the underground area. Taiku senpai! So far, me speaking Japanese was the only Japanese thing about this game. Although the one thing that could be worse than Leon's first day on the job is one of those fake Japanese tired 12-hour shift loggers, but I digress. Because I come across a mini boss fight immediately after. Oh fuck. He's gonna take more than 4 bullets. Oh my god, he's evolving. Oh, I shoot the eye. Eye, please. What the? Did I get him? Okay, that works too. Thank you, bro. He was pretty easy here, but I didn't want to think about this section on the hardcore playthrough later on. Leon makes it to the parking garage that is of course closed, but we meet FBI baddie Ada Wong, who saves us. So we have to find a way past the gate, but that meant we had to do some backtracking where we come across this big ass grey dude. Shit. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Okay. What the fuck? Where do I go? Oh my god, he's Jesus. He's not Jesus. He's scaring me. I can't. There's nowhere to go. Where do I go? This guy would not stop chasing me for the rest of the game, no matter what I did. I can't kill him though. Luckily, I ran faster than him and was able to keep him behind me, but I had no idea who this creep was.
He can climb ladders.
His aura scared me, but I found some more items to use inside the parking lot prison, where I had to miraculously make my way out of this situation with barely anything to my disposal. So I just tried to sprint through past everyone and finally make it out of there somehow. As we walk through the broken streets, we walk into a gun store where I found a random collectible that was part of a DLC list. I'll definitely go for the other Ghost Survivor DLC as well for the full 100%, but we still have a lot of playthroughs to do first. Like finishing this one, and this is also the first time that Umbrella Corp is mentioned, and they are behind the outbreak because of a virus they made. Fun fact, back when I worked in games retail, there was a Comic-Con convention nearby, and 2 cosplayers in Umbrella Corp soldiers outfit came in to get a reaction from me, but I didn't know they were from the Resident Evil games because I never played those and just had to smile and wave, and because I was a party pooper for not realizing, and it's haunted me ever since, so I'm glad I can now appreciate their outfits. But anyway, suddenly I am being chased by an alligator.
Oh, what the fuck? Temple Run, really? Holy fucking...
Okay, Killer Croc, Jesus. Okay, so I just walk left or right. Got it.
Oh my god.
Is that it? Okay. I expected more from that, not gonna lie. Leon took a bullet to the knee, and then we changed perspectives to play as Ada. This short segment actually had a missable trophy here for not using my pistol, but I kind of forgot about it, so I got karma after I thought I ran away from the big grey dude.
Oh my Jesus fucking Christ.
I'd have to get that missable later because I proceed further to learn that Annette here is an Umbrella Corpo and injures Ada, so we have to switch back to Leon. We now have to save Miss Wong, and on the way there, already unlock the final safe. Then walk back and forth to find some chess pieces that my underdeveloped brain still doesn't understand how to play, but I Google how Magnus Carlsen would solve this to complete the puzzle, and come across the second boss fight. Getting jump scared again, but this time paying attention to the missable trophy where I had to kill him using 1 crane push.
Come on. Come on. No. Yes. Okay, now no, that's not going to be good, is it? No, I need to get him down here again. We can use this once to get it out of the way. Turn to me. Turn to me. Turn to me. Thank you. Oh my god, it didn't reload. How am I meant to dodge things when there's no dodge mechanic? Yes. Okay. Go down on your knees. Yes, this should be it.
Stay down. Yes. Nice. We reunite with Ada, who doesn't ask for consent, and then escape the sewers. Woo! To head to the Umbrella Corp's HQ. Unfortunately, they didn't have any Japanese cuisine sushi here, but the more I played this, the more I can't help but make The Last of Us comparisons. Like, I know it's always an easy one to compare to, but with the relationships, enemy types, and overarching story, it's gotta be somewhere, right? This Umbrella Corp lab was the place the zombie virus originated from, and upon entering the greenhouse to make a G-virus sample for Ada Wong to save us all, Grey Man shows up again. Shit! I grab a couple more collectibles and thankfully we escape him, but it wouldn't be the last time we see him. As I unlock max inventory, I head towards another boss.
Oh my god. Dude, I have so little ammo. And I'm already hit. What do I do? What do I do? Don't hit me, please. Oh my god, what are you doing? There we go. Oh, and I'm out of ammo already. Oh my god, dude, this guy does not sprint. Leon, please, just run, dodge, roll, something, brother. And I've run out of ranged ammo. Holy shit. Okay, that's not good. That's not it. Why does this keep happening? Wait, that's it? That was it?
We have to exit this building fast, but first learn that Ada might sell the virus on the black market. However, she falls to her demise anyway, and we don't really have any time here because we need to escape before it self-destructs. Which goes smoothly until we once again meet Grey Man for a final Monday Night Raw showdown.
Okay, looks like we're not... Is that the Grey Man? Who the... It's with the... We still have to kill this dude, don't we? Ooh, okay, yeah, okay. So we do have to fight. Why else would you give me that? What do I not need? Probably that, probably that. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Are you kidding me?
You know, it would be really nice if this game had Some sort of dodge. Some sort of dodge mechanic. Please, dude. I don't have anything but fire. I'm dead. Dude, I'm running away. Please, like I'm running, I'm dodging, You are indestructible. My god. There we go. Oh my god, are you joking? Anti-tank rocket. Defeat super timer 5 minutes. That wasn't easy, but I'll take it.
We live happily ever after when reuniting with Claire again to roll the credits.
Oh, that's the end? What? Okay. W Japanese devs, bro. It's a cool game, but it's only the first ending. A hero emerges. B rank, yep, that's right, because not only do we need to play on Claire for a whole new playthrough, but then we need to do them both again to get an S rank, and then hardcore. We are far from done.
So yes, in fact, Claire was up next. We had seen her a few times throughout the playthrough, and I was expecting the story to play simultaneous to Leon, but...
What? But this is like the exact same opening.
Claire is looking for her brother Chris, who's also a police officer, so this playthrough was similar but different. I started this one on standard to get the S rank trophy for beating it in under 3.5 hours, grabbing a couple more collectibles here and there, but realizing it was basically the same game. There are a couple twists that happened later, but for now, I can't lie, I must have had a bad night's sleep because I was so lost on where to go and which items to find first.
I don't want to play this right now. I am too confused on where to go. Shoot, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't want to play. I don't want to play. I'm not even going to. I can't take this. I genuinely can't fucking take it. I can't take it.
I pulled myself together the next day and pretended that didn't happen, but this was something I feared would happen for multiple playthroughs. I don't mind a grindy platinum, but I hate it when it's confusing on what it wants me to do. The thing is, the puzzles are the same layout, just with some different answers, so you're basically playing the entire thing from a slightly different perspective. We do meet Sherry, who turns out is the daughter of Annette Umbrella Corporal Lady, which really ties this story together and actually got me hooked again. Although she gets taken away by Sheriff Lucky Luke, so we chase after them, even getting to play as her.
Ooh, that's new.
Once again, there was a missable trophy here for escaping within 60 seconds, but I low-key forgot about that though. Wait, I can't say low-key anymore, low-key people hate me for that. But I would have to get that missable trophy later. In this orphanage, I learned that he's the police chief, and after breaking free from Mr. Two-Face, learned that we can explore new areas we couldn't before with new special keys. There's a lot of goddamn keys in this game. Grey Man makes an appearance again, and on this difficulty walks much faster, increasing my heart rate even more. But after some troubling moments where I had to reload saves because I fucked up, I head to the orphanage to find the girl. On the way there, I shot a zombie dog out of the air for a simple miscellaneous trophy, and having less ammo and stronger enemies didn't make this any simpler to get through, but I arrive at the sheriff who dies after an abortion and reunite with Sherry. I was also trying to walk more than my daily steps, but under 14,000 total to get that trophy, but after checking, saw that I could basically forget about that already. A whole bunch of things happened that I didn't understand would make sense for the story, but we meet Annette, the mother of Sherry, and through the sewers we go trying to get back to her, and after exploding 3 enemies with 1 grenade, solving a couple more familiar puzzles, and also struggling with some enemies a bit.
If I die to this, I'm gonna fucking go insane. I am going insane. Can you tell I'm going insane? Can you tell I'm going insane? Why would you show me that? That's just infuriated me.
I end up at the RPD for some backtracking real quick, where I also used 2 photos in the dark room to find hidden items. I was on track to get S rank, but I was also slowly wasting a lot of time because I was forgetting things. And only then had 60 minutes left to complete it.
Where do you even, like, I cannot believe this game has so much combat and just does not have any sort of evade mechanic.
Eventually, I rescue Sherry and carry her Joel and Ellie style to get whatever she needs to heal. Here I also found the last collectibles for this run, and then it was time to get out of this place, but not without another boss fight first.
There's no way you hit me there, Habibi.
I can't, what?
Oh my dude, this is one motherfucking chunky boy. Dead. Inevitable. Yes. Okay, you stupid bullet sponge. 24 minutes to get out of here. Yeah, I think, hopefully, maybe.
With that time left, I felt confident for an S rank, but still went as quickly as possible through these remaining sections until I'm given some items.
Why are they still giving me healing items right at the end of the game? And the storage. What are we doing? Minigun. As if there's no boss fight. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I have a minigun. Can you not? Like, how are you meant to dodge, dude? Oh my... I'm not gonna... Oh my god, I have a problem. I have to do this within 15 minutes or I'm cooked. Oh no. Please walk. Oh, that is just not optimal. And I'm dead. This autosave keeps putting me back. Yeah, it's counting the time. No. I swear if I just die, bro. Please just die. Are you dead? He's not dead. Dude, I don't have any more minigun ammo. How are you not dead? Oh my god, with time to spare, is that the trophy? That's a different... Didn't even know that trophy existed.
Claire!
Leon!
That's just the end of the happy family. Alright, arigato. Heroine emerges, complete Claire's story. Sizzling Scarlet. Now that, with 10 minutes to spare, bro. I don't know, is that good?
2 of 6 playthroughs done, but I thought I had already seen everything. So next up was Leon again, but on a B scenario. Here it's again slightly different, but also very similar. I did find the final Mr. Raccoon here straight away, but it again takes place throughout the same main story from some new angles and puzzle answers, but it was kinda disappointing having to play it again. I don't know if they just couldn't choose to go with either Leon or Claire and their A or B scenario, but I just found it a bit strange. Good for replayability, but I wouldn't have minded skipping this. I was going for the S rank here so that I only have hardcore remaining and a couple very specific requirements for Claire's B run. I used this playthrough to get my missable Ada trophy for not using a pistol during her 5-minute section. Thankfully, during the other sections, I could use my infinite ammo pistol I unlocked for completing the Claire S rank earlier, which made things a lot easier to get through. Like, the bosses weren't that hard, and I knew what to do and approximately where to go. All the way until the end of the story again, where the secret ending with boyfriend and girlfriend already started thinking about adopting a random kid they met 10 minutes ago, but hey, you do you, I guess. Before the 2 hardcore runs, I had another B run remaining for Claire. This time, however, I was going to combine 3 trophies together for not healing, using no inventory box, and for walking less than 14,000 steps. This seemed pretty tough heading in, but thankfully OptiNewbie had me covered. I reached Sherry's section again, where I escaped within 60 seconds to grab that missable trophy, found the last collectible in the entire game, and made it all the way through to the end because OptiNoob's guide was goaded to get all 3 trophies in one go. All that remained was the hardcore runs, but also the 4th Survivor and short DLC trophies. But I wanted to knock out these hardcore runs first because although I truly liked my first RE experience, I'm not a fan of the Japanese making every game they create much harder to platinum game than others. I mean, respect to those that platinum these all the time, but I'm just too lazy, I think. On this Claire run in hardcore, I was able to remember codes, what to do and where to go, making this a much smoother experience. The problem is that enemies do far more damage and there's much less opportunities to save. Luckily, my infinite ammo weapon had me covered and was a lifesaver, but also things like this.
This is so scary. Wow, there are some unbelievable strats on these runs.
I mean, it wasn't easy and it definitely had its moments.
Oh, that's not smart. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you watch me climb that, you little bitch. Oh my Jesus Christ. That really scared me.
But even the bosses were swept aside swiftly.
Okay, wow, okay. Well, that wasn't very hard, actually. Low-key, for real, genuinely. Thank you.
For fuck's sake, how the hell are you still kicking?
Literally me with every enemy. Please, yes. One more run.
On this final Leon run, I knew exactly where which item was and what to do, so all of this replaying was finally paying off. I mean, everything was the same though, so that was kinda meh, but man, did everything in this run go perfectly, except for the final fight.
How do you dodge that? No.
no. No.
He dodged it.
No more playthroughs. Before popping the Platinum, I wanted to dive into the DLC first. No saving them for cleanup later. I love the game enough to finish everything now, and in this Ghost Survivor DLC, I have to find more raccoons, but also complete 4 maps of speed running through enemies. Playing as a different character from the story and these mini arcade runs were seriously fun. The first one was pretty tough, not gonna lie, some very crowded areas with lots of enemies and new ones that poison you, meaning I really had to follow a strict route to make it through.
Nay. No, just run through, please. I beg you to just fucking run through, dude.
Just shoot! I'm literally fucking pressing, dude.
How? What? I am actually still alive. And I just ran the other way. Just run. Just fucking run. And I've run the wrong way. Run through. Please, run. Oh my god, I might have done it.
That probably took me an hour to get through, and if you're wondering why it took me so long, yeah, I was playing on the normal difficulty instead of the assisted one, so I made this unnecessarily difficult for myself, and I wouldn't even realize that until I had beaten all of them, so yeah. I did get this one on my second try, and the third one I expected to be horrible, but honestly was super fun and a nice challenge. Genuinely, that was my first try. Finally realizing I could lower the difficulty, the last one was a COD Zombies-like minimap in the first door we found upon starting the game. Managing your ammo and health was crucial, and the waves upon waves of killing all 100 zombies that spawned was really fun. I made it quite far on my first attempt, but realized they always spawn the same way, and got it down after 2 more attempts.
Can't even lie, this is incredibly fun, but also incredibly stressful. Come on. 2 enemies! And a spark shot.
Yes! Dude, I actually really had fun with that. On to the final trophy, which was another one of these runs, except through the entire playable map. It was pretty long and I didn't know where to go, but after just running and gunning, made it to where I thought would be the end, only for it to be closed for business, and it was much further. So on my second attempt, looked up where the end was and got very close.
Oh, that might be too early. Mr. X. Where am I going? Which way? No, I don't know which way to go. No. Oh my god, what is happening? Run, please run. Stop! I am right there.
Dude. Oh my god. Raccoon City native. Arigato Nihon, Japan. Subarashi Daipo. Or something like that. W first Resident Evil. Arigato. Arigato. I thoroughly enjoyed my first Resident Evil, and I think RE3, 7, and Requiem are next for me, but I don't know when that'll be. Arigato Japan, and on to the next. The second country we face in the group stage is home to 10 million people, 267,000 islands, the Midnight Sun, Knäckebröd, and IKEA, as Sweden is yet another very big gaming country. There are a number of large studios here like Mojang, DICE, King, Avalanche, Massive Entertainment, Machine Games, and Embark Studios. So once again, I had way more than enough choice here. But when I saw this game on the PlayStation Store, I knew it was the one. Metal Hellsinger is a Doom-like rhythm shooter with, like the name suggests, metal music, something the Swedish love to listen to. It's a game I've been wanting to play for so long, and I wasted no time to get into it. Yes! Sverige! Första trofé. Arhar. This is genuinely really cool. I kinda suck, but it's cool. That was for getting 10 hits in a row, because the game wants you to shoot on the beat. I'd have to get a 50 hit streak later on, but first focused on beating all 8 level and its challenges that I'll touch on in a minute.
Dude, this is so cool. Dude, this feels so cool.
I don't know what I'm popping trophies for, but this is ticking everything I want in a game.
Is this boss fight? 20.
The game is telling me I suck. I can't tell if I just suck at rhythm or if I'm just struggling with latency.
I don't know what I'm getting trophies for. I need to see. Reach hit streak 35. I'm on 40, brother. Surely there's one for 50. Screw it up now. And I screwed up. 3 away. Dude, I'm getting hit so many times. She's dead. Fuck you. Aspect defeated. Aspect. What is an aspect? Breaking the law. Dude, trophies left, right, and center, bro. Up the Swedish. Every world would be fairly short, shooting enemies on the beat, and then end by defeating a boss at the end, going through all 8 hells to take down the judge at the end. After completing each hell, I would go into the torment challenges, which are small arenas requiring you to complete the objective, like the first one for simply killing 40 enemies. Conquered. Heavy metal is the law. Completed a torment. That's like a mini challenge. That's kind of cool. Dude, Jesus, these trophies, bro. Achieve top result. Yeah, that last trophy was for achieving the top result, but just like the last game, I didn't read the guide properly and would attempt that on every challenge. So you'll see how dumb that was. This was actually one of the very select few games I played on my Series S because I was so excited for it when it launched 4 years ago. But it's been sitting in my shelf for like 3 years now and I never knew I would enjoy this game as much as I was now. Especially when I unlocked the Hound's pistols, and this is where it really clicked for me. These were so much fun to use. The combination of the incredibly good music and joy when you hear the vocals kick in was just... I know metal music isn't everyone's favorite genre, and I can completely understand why you wouldn't want to listen to a band named Dying Fetus, but it's only become one of my favorite genres over the last few years. But bro, this game was so good. I cannot believe genuinely how much... Okay, I have to focus, but cannot express how incredibly fun this is. I'm curious if the entire game will hold up to the insane amount of fun I'm having. I am glazing the fuck out of this game. I don't care, Sweden, this is the best game we might have played all fucking series. Hearing the only male voice actor studios hire of Troy Baker as he narrates the game, but he didn't make my skills any better because I was having a tough time staying on the beat. Having to think about who to target and shoot first, whilst aiming, moving around, and staying on beat made for a real fun combination that was incredibly satisfying to pull off. As I got further through each chapter, I kept unlocking more weapons to choose from, including the crossbow, which gave me an appropriate trophy for 666 kills. The torment challenges were super fun as well, and in combination with the soundtrack music blasting in your ears while you stay on beat made it a really fun arena challenge. Except as the game progressed, the challenges also got increasingly difficult, and I started struggling with a couple of these specific kill ones. Because I was trying to get the max score in them, and I didn't realize I already popped the only trophy related to it, and I still kept trying anyway. Why? 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 I didn't even know it, but I also didn't care looking back, because as I've said numerous times already, I loved playing it. Conquered. I eventually unlocked all weapons, but still hadn't reached a 50 hit streak because it resets anytime you get hit. There were upgrades from skills I unlocked through those torments, which made it easier, but 50 was still a stretch. I defeated a few more bosses at the end of each hell and continue onwards. Around this time I also learned of a new sweaty movement ability of the jump and dash, which surprisingly had a trophy for doing it 100 times. But you know me, I abused that as soon as I learned it and got it within 30 minutes. On my way to the next boss, I built up a streak to just about manage to carefully get 50 hits without resetting the streak, which was great, but there was another trophy for killing 25 enemies in one hit streak, and I thought I would have gotten that simultaneously, but I didn't, so I had to lock in to work on that again. Another boss down and a few more struggling challenges later, I got another big hit streak, but didn't realize I also already killed 25 enemies throughout it. I also heard the line, "Be in the Hellsinger," and happily continued into the final few challenges. I can't, dude. The amount of fucking times I'm spamming R3 and it's not clicking is just dumb. Fuck you. What is that? That is just... Why am I overdoing things? That's 2 games in a row. First on Resident Evil, I'm completing them on the max difficulty. Now all I needed to do was complete them, and I've been 3-starring every single one of them. I mean, I fucking love the game, so I don't mind, but that's definitely some time wasted.
Into the final hell we go to take down the judge once and for all. Kinda sad it was already ending because I just loved shooting enemies in this Doom-like metal music banger, but there'd be a few more trophies afterwards to clean up. This final hell was a bit longer than the others, and the boss fight, I mean, oh my god. Dude, the bullet hells and then the dodging and the rhythm shooting and aiming, it's one hell of a combination. I'm dead. I don't have heals. Yes. Huge. Oh, what are you doing? Can you stay there, please? Goodbye. When she falleth, destroyed the red judge. That's the story. After watching the end of credits scene, which would have teased a potential sequel had it not been for the studio being shut down unfortunately, I wrote the most Swedish names imaginable credits and had a few trophies remaining that I hadn't gotten yet. So I started with a pacifist run of one level with Past the Skull, not being allowed to kill anyone with anything other than this weapon. I did this on the first level because it was the easiest, and even discovered collectibles here that thankfully and surprisingly weren't needed for any trophies. Getting through this level basically just took twice as long because of this weapon, but it was pretty easy. Next I had to die to a crystal, and then repeat dying another 15 times to get a trophy for dying 20 times in total. What remained were 3 trophies I would get in one final run through a level. Firstly, I have to line up 2 flying enemies to one tap together, and then kill the boss at the end with my sword, whilst also staying on beat throughout the entire level. This, I can't lie, sounds pretty hard, but the guide mentioned you can turn on the accessibility setting as a workaround, so don't mind if I do. How the hell do I line these up? No, how did I miss? God fucking damn it. Yes! Yes! Here we go. Vamos! I mean, Artar. Wait, where's my last trophy? Yes! Trophies are a girl's best friend. What? Okay. Tack Sverige. Det var ett fantastiskt spell. Honestly, just had so much fun with this game. So good. So good. Tack Sverige. Sweden, that was honestly one of the best games I've played in a very long time, and I'm really sad there won't be a sequel to this super fun game. But onwards we go to the final country. The last team the Netherlands face in the group stage is Tunisia. However, as you may or may not expect, this was the opposite of the last 2 countries, with literally nothing developed in this North African country. Well, actually the PlayStation Hero project picked up Lantern Studios to develop the perfect run, but sadly that game doesn't have a release date just yet. So whilst we wait for that to come out and tick it off the map later, I was looking for a replacement country and figured I should do the country that I think is going to win the World Cup. Home to almost 50 million people, La Sagrada Familia, olive oil, paella, and the siestas, Spain is a country that plays some sexy football. Depending on when you're watching this, you'll know who won the World Cup, but are they just as good at making video games as playing football? Well, probably not, but there are a few games here. Like a VR game I played previously, Red Matter, but also Metroid Dread on Nintendo, Call of the Sea, Neva, and Blasphemous. But I wasn't really feeling yet another dark, creepy game, so I looked at what else they made and came across a much lighter looking horror game called Guilt. This is made by Takia Works, who just like the Outsiders from the previous game, sadly have been shut down and were forced to sell their game. But let's see what they cooked, because this small, dare I say, cute looking horror game looked better than I thought it would. I like this art style, but still had to watch out for a few missable trophies, including one that I once again forgot about. It starts with the Spanish devs being featured in the opening credits, and I get my first trophy here for not falling in the water. Avoid a cold. Vamos España. Primer trofeo. Muy bien, muy bien. We play as a little girl looking for her missing cousin friend Emily. It gave me a little bit of Alan Wake or Until Dawn vibes early on, and then we enter the school to give me some Resident Evil vibes, where I find my first collectible. There'd be a bunch of collectibles to find once again, including missable inhabitants that would be needed for the endings. I find the first one of them after using the yellow ladder to turn on the yellow valve to reach the first mummy. Also other trophies for throwing a can on an enemy, and my Alan Wake feelings were further reignited when the torch mechanic is replicated here. The other alien looking enemies were fairly simple to navigate around. They weren't very smart and pretty easy to take down, but this was a mistake you'll see in a moment. We're tracking down Emily, but to get to her we have to go through the arcade, and that's where I get a surprising trophy. Rhyme? Rhyme? What? They made Rhyme? Yeah, it turns out they made another game I platinumed called Rhyme, but I always bring that game up as a one that I didn't particularly enjoy because it was kind of boring.
There we go. Fucking hell, stupid ass game, bro.
But this game was alright so far. But I then had to leave the arcade without getting caught, and this stealth section, usually in every video game ever, was kinda wonky because although you can see exactly where you don't want to be, it just never feels fair for some reason, but luckily if I got caught, could quickly exit to the main menu and try again. Finding more collectibles around the school campus, including a little bit of resource management with a battery and inhaler as ammo and health, and we were closing in on Emily, but that's also when I realized something. I've been killing enemies all the time and I need to do an entire playthrough without killing anyone. Oh my god. Yeah, I was like 2 hours deep and considered my options, but realized starting over was probably the best way to go. I mean, I actually can't believe I've been reading the trophy guide so badly for these 3 games, but it's not very muy bien. However, I used this opportunity to actually kill an enemy with electricity, and then exit to the main menu for it not to count, because I wasn't allowed to kill anyone. Finding every collectible again before reaching the point I left at, which was right before a boss fight, and I was allowed to take him down, but had to use water without getting hit. So I had to position myself between the two 3 times to get past him. After some insanely frustrating navigation around the maze because I wasn't allowed to take them down and there was no way to lose them, I entered the auditorium to find Emily hanging around. We tried to help her by taking down this weird freak by turning off the 70mm IMAX Keeley cameras and set her free. But she doesn't want our help and is actually running away from us, so we chase after her, unlocking the fire extinguisher to clear new areas, and I would have to freeze 1 of each enemy with that, doing so for 3 already before entering the American Airlines arena to get the last one. Yes! Now let me Kobe it. Oh my god, it didn't work. Oh wait, maybe this one. I love those trophies. Under this court apparently lived another monster, so we take him down with similar tactics to the previous. And finally catch up to Emily, who tells us they have some middle school drama about being bullied, which our girl knew about but didn't do anything to help her. It is an important subject to touch on, like for real, because bullying isn't cool, and I was also bullied when I was younger, but I mean, I also don't blame the bully because I would have bullied me too. But anyway, Slenderman takes Emily away and we follow them again, entering a secret underground bunker to find more collectibles and a nuke under the school apparently, before finding the very last collectibles for 2 trophies. We arrive in a funky secret town where Slenderman is the guy we're after to save Emily. Because he took away my fire extinguisher, I didn't have much to do against these enemies, and this minecart puzzle was annoying as flip because of that. Really making sure I wasn't killing anyone on accident anyway, but after making it through all the way to Emily, we have to escape from the bad guy through some little nightmare sequence. We arrive back at where we started the game, where we only have 1 ticket to choose who gets to escape, but because I found all those collectibles, was able to save everyone. Oh, you both deserve to go. Oh, yes, I am so happy to see that trophy. End the game without killing anyone. Oh, thank you, tequila works. Gracias. Now, all I need to do is finish the ending like twice, but that should take like 5 seconds. Simply can't go back. I don't give a shit. Whoa! I just can't stay here. And then Guilt Platinum, yes boys. Gracias España. No estuvo mal, pero tampoco fue genial. Sometimes maybe not great, not the worst thing ever. Whoever wins the World Cup this year probably deserves it, and it's another 3 countries ticked off the map. Definitely let me know which country we should do next under the like and subscribe button below, and you can watch me platinum the UK and Ireland in this video. And that's it. See ya.